trip for work, and last night I got in at like 11 p.m. and I got to my hotel, and the hotel was super sketchy. So I called the number and they said that my reservation was canceled because that was like the only reservation I could get. Everything was booked up, but I figured since it was the night of, maybe the hotel I actually wanted would have a room. So they did. So I'm here at the much nicer hotel, and I'm done with work for the day. I'm freaking exhausted though. Honestly, I just want to take a nap. I'm so tired from driving last night and then working all morning. I woke up at like 6:30. I'm like, do I take a nap or do I go and explore the little like downtown area? Because I know everything closes by like 6 and it's 4 now. There's a pool at the hotel. There's a hot tub. So that could be really fun. I don't think I'm up for swimming laps, even though I really should get some exercise in. I'm reading Recursion by Blake Crouch. I'm really enjoying it so far. Obviously, I've just started. I barely made a dent in it, but sitting and reading that sounds so nice. So I might do that and take a nap and then go to the pool and then order dinner. Does that not sound like a perfect night? Oh, wait. I'm writing a script and I really wanted to write my script on this trip you mentioned. Thank you for mentioning that. I should probably find some time to do that tonight. And this is a very nice environment for that. I did open the script this morning. That being said, that's all I did was open it. I'm so tired. I don't think I can even keep my eyes open to read this book. I do have that desire to write, but I simply don't have the brain power or the energy to do that. And that's the reality of working while also having a creative project. If I get some writing in though, it would all be worth it, so we'll see. I wrote some notes for myself while I was falling asleep last night. I had a couple notes that I put in my notebook. I feel like I'm starting to, I don't know, I just feel like I had a couple days away from it while I was focusing on other work stuff. And in that time, things just started flooding into my brain of why wouldn't this person say this here? And it would be more realistic if this person did this here. Not person, character. I'm talking about my story. Just thinking of different things that I hadn't really thought about because they were just popping into my brain. I feel like I rack my brain all the time trying to think of solutions to these problems that I don't know if they exist or not. I'm oh, what am I not seeing? And there's no way to see those things by trying to force yourself to. I don't know if that makes any sense. I guess I am really tired.
2 hours later.
Yeah, I fell asleep while I was reading, so I just took a half-hour nap. I still feel so tired. I might even be too tired to go in the pool, which is unheard of because I'm obsessed with going in the pool in hotels. But I do feel a little bit more my brain is in my head, so possibly writing, I'm not ruling it out. I need to go while it's still light out, so. This book was so good. This book was so good. I could not focus at work because I wanted to read it. All I was thinking about was this book. I just finished it Do I want to read this again? I don't know, because that was a lot. That was an experience to go through. But like, I feel like I haven't read a book and been like, wow, I am profoundly changed. I am a new person since I was a kid. And this might have done it for me. Well, actually, the book Lab Girl, this is a nonfiction, it's a biography. That is a book that I felt like changed my brain chemistry also. But this one is fiction, so that I think is a different experience. But yeah, would recommend this 100%. If you're trying to get into reading and you're having a hard time like just focusing on a book, it's so good. I'm checking out of here tomorrow. This is my last night here. Tonight I have to work, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. I won't get to go out and experience the town, but it's fine because I shouldn't be spending money. I should be writing my story. Last night I fell asleep writing. I just wanted to read this book, but also I literally couldn't focus. And then I forced myself to start working on this one scene, and then I rewrote it a couple of times to the point where I was like, what even? And I like it, but I'm kind of just like, what even? I was writing in circles, just the same thing over and over, and I didn't know what I was getting at. So I don't know. I was kind of thinking do I need a co-writer? Am I not able to finish the story because I'm trying to do too much on my own, and my own brain is not possible to write it? And then sometimes I'm like, no, I can totally do this. I can get this over the finish line because it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be that good. It just has to be done.
That's crazy.
You're the spookiest girl there ever was. Good morning. I don't know where Lily is, but I feel like she would be a great addition to this moment. Lily! She's probably not gonna come because I gave her ice last time. You gonna pop in? There she is. There she is. She's amazing. I'm so used to being with my best friend's dog, Freya, who's really smart, and she's a trained service dog. If you drop your keys, she picks them up and hands them to you, and she brings stuff to the garbage. And I'm so used to hanging out with her that when there's a dog that's just normal, I'm like, why are you assisting me? She's amazing. Okay, I have joy. I'm in Buffalo. Go Bills. I'm at my cousin's very adorable house. Such a nice house. I can only ever dream of owning. a house, anything like this. As a New York City girly, but my mom's whole family's from Buffalo, so I come here like a couple times a year if I'm lucky, and I love it. I love visiting my family. Being in Buffalo is so great because we're really like in nature. But I'm mentioning this because my story that I'm writing, did I forget I'm writing something? No, I can't forget because it's always on my mind. It takes place in my hometown. The first half is kind of in the fall. It opens on Halloween. The first act ends on Christmas, and then it's the rest of the year. I need to do some writing today. My plan today, I'm going to meet my aunt around 3:30. I'm trying to decide if I want to do my writing first or my actual work for my job first. I know what the answer is, but I don't. I need to do my work for my job. Last night while I was going to sleep, I had some inspiration, so I pulled out my notebook and I hand wrote a scene. So I think I'm gonna type that up. I really like the scene. I think it's like, it was really fun to write. It's a scene of a side character that I was pretty like in the dark about. Really the scene only serves the main character, so I want to see how I can have it serve both characters. I don't know if I can do it. I'm just really enjoying being in a new environment and being in Buffalo, and to go Bills. I actually might not sit down and write today on the computer. I might try to write by hand just because that's kind of the vibe I'm feeling. I don't know. Maybe it's being in the woods that makes me want to write in prose, like on Lady Bird or something. Does she ever even write anything in the movie?
I want to go to the East Coast. I want to go where culture is, where writers live in the woods.
I figured out in my outline exactly how I want to end the third act, like how I want the climax to go down. But I'm really not sure how exactly I'm going to write it in like a screenplay format. So I decided to sit down and write some prose last night, and it was so much fun. I'm kind of jealous of novel writers. Writing screenplays is like, you're watching them from like obviously like a third person perspective, but it's even more removed than that because it's not like a novel told from a third person point of view. It's like literally told from a viewer. Maybe someday I will write a novel. I can't see myself becoming an author though. If I were to write a novel, it would just be for me to read, and it would be for fun. It's 9 a.m. now. I'm going to do some work, and then maybe I'll check back in. Maybe I'll see you in New York City. I think she's had enough outside time. I am writing this like moment that I'm not sure if I need yet. I don't know if it's extremely essential, like it's the aha moment of the story where the character realizes what he needs to do. Lily, do you have any answers for me? What are your other toys? I don't know. I feel like the simplest way I can write this one scene is like it's a moment of tension, building tension between the two main characters. And I'm kind of thinking of doing like a point of view switch here, or starting to go back and forth between the two different point of views, because I've already written the big like disaster moment, and in that moment it goes back and forth between the two main characters' point of views. But I'm kind of thinking about starting it here. This is a completely new scene for me, and I've written several drafts of this, and this scene is totally new and unlike anything I've had in other drafts, so I'm not really sure how I'm gonna write it or what I'm gonna write it. And I was thinking for a while, well, not for a while, I was thinking the last few days that it needs to be a scene that completely takes place on the basketball court, pretty much. Maybe there's like some framing moments before and after the game. There you go. But the main thing is the game. And I kind of have like a vague structure and a vague idea of how the game will go down and where it will lead us to in the next scene and the emotional beats that I want to happen, but I'm pretty nervous to write it because I don't know that much about sports. So why am I writing a sports movie? You tell me. There are two animals looking at me right now. Here's one of them. And I also typed up the side character, that other scene that I had been working on. It's like a really nice moment where we reveal just like a little detail about the main character's friendship with each other and their backstory. So I'm really happy I wrote that because I always kind of wanted to work that in and I didn't know how. Then I also was writing a little bit of the final like wrap up between the main character and the female side character, love interest character. And I really enjoyed that too, and I feel like writing that ending gave me a little bit more context and more to go off of for their earlier scenes. So yeah, that is a kind of writing update. It's a little bit all over the place, but I am really excited about this scene that I want to be all in basketball or on the court somehow. It's like gonna be a really great moment of tension and show a lot of the second main character and his arc that was really, really fun for me to write, and I really love it, and I hope it's really powerful. It is to me, and he's just my favorite character ever, and I'm excited to start going into his point of view a little bit more and showing a little bit about why he is the way he is. All right, I am going to get lunch and maybe go to work in the library and maybe write a little bit in the library as well. I do need to finish my work project, but tomorrow is my last day here. She loves to be tall and like stand over people, and it's kind of amazing. All right, thank you for watching. Bye. I am back in New York. So I'm back in New York. Super quick update. I started reading this book by Blake Crouch and I ripped it. And I'm like halfway through. I don't know if you can see. Halfway through. It's really fun. Not as powerful, I think, as Recursion, but I'm enjoying it. I also have developed an addiction to Smitsky's. I have acquired 3. I already opened these, so this is not an opening, but it's the triplets! I don't know if that's the official name of them, but these are the triplets. Yesterday I acquired Guy on Bouncy Ball. Last week I also got The Artist. He kind of looks like my dad, so I'm a huge fan. I have my little family of Smitsky's, and I want more, so I need to stay inside and not go out into the world where there are Smitsky's to be purchased, and I need to work on my writing project. So on the flight home from Buffalo, the plane was delayed, but we had already boarded, so I had to sit on the plane for an extra hour, and I pulled out my iPad and I tried to work on the script, but the Fade In mobile app crashed every 10 seconds, so I ended up taking out my laptop, this huge work laptop right here, to work on the script, and it was fun. It gave me some time to reflect on the story as a whole instead of just these individual scenes and individual pieces of the structure. I feel like the script is done up to, I'm getting into like the 3rd act because I'm trying to write in like a 4-act structure. That might change. I might change it to like a 3-act structure, so I'm getting into like the 3rd act, I guess. Either way, it's kind of the same thing. And yeah, I've been writing a lot of notes on my phone because I haven't had any writing time since I've been back. Writing a lot of dialogue on my phone. But I kind of am thinking that I need to change a couple big things throughout the script. And the scene that I've talked about throughout this vlog, I still do need to write. And I think that what I really need is just a long period of time, like a couple hours, like at least half of a day to sit down with the script, go through it, put new things in, try things, discovery, write some scenes, just try to come up with stuff so I can just finish this draft, and then even though it won't be great, I will be able to like edit it and stuff. Because there's just, I don't know, I just don't have the time to write the way that I want to. That's it. So maybe this week I will take some initiative and carve out some time in my busy schedule of my life and focus on this. I'm gonna go have breakfast, and then maybe if food makes my brain work, I will be able to write a little bit more. And hopefully in the next one it will be an intense writing session and I get something done. Because I feel like I just really have not been getting anything done, which is not true. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this video here. Thank you for watching.